Welcome, family. Welcome to the first moment of the best of your life. The first moment of the best of your life and the first moment of the best of my life. An echo of eternity. We are in the first moment of the best of our lives when we honor the eternal resonance of who and what we truly are. Today I am here to show some love to Friday the 13th. Pour out a little bit of blessing upon Friday the 13th. It is a severely judged day, considered by many to be a bad luck day. And some have went so extreme with this that even certain builders have built buildings and you get to the 12th floor and it goes from 12 to 14. They don't even have a 13th floor. And so there are a lot of extremes and superstitions associated with Friday the 13th. And many will say, oh, I don't believe in those kinds of superstitions. And understandably, and yet when there is a great number of people who are believing in a certain way, they're breathing life force into that illusion. And we all share the planet together. So we have to be mindful regarding the thought forms that reflect untruths and illusions. And so we want to honor the benevolence of Friday the 13th. To say that Friday the 13th is a bad luck day would be like saying Friday is a bad luck day, because it happened, when it's Friday the 13th, yes, it's the 13th, and it's also Friday. What does Friday represent? One, many people get paid on Friday. Astrologically speaking, Friday is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is the planet of relationships. It's also the planet of the divine feminine. So to say that Friday the 13th is a bad luck day is saying that the feminine is bad luck, or even money is bad luck, because Venus is also ruler of money. And so we want to transcend this misconception. The number 13 is a number that represents tremendous alchemy, or the alchemical forces are very resonant with the number 13. Being able to transform darkness into light, to transform pain into bliss, poison into potion. There's a lot of gifts that the number 13 has to offer us. There are 13 moons in a year. A woman has 13 moon cycles in the course of a year. And so 13 is actually very powerful. And we want to utilize the 13 from the premise of the alchemy that is available to transform something of a lesser nature into something greater. And there was something else I wanted to share with regards to that. Well, it'll come back. Meanwhile, I'm going to offer some tones. These tones are carrying the intention of milking the miracle out of Friday the 13th, milking the miracle out of the number 13, coming into a greater mastery of alchemy, transforming something of a lesser nature that we don't want into a greater nature of something that we do want. So these tones are to facilitate the magnification of mastery in the domain of alchemy. So I had a subscriber that reached out, wrote to me, and asked if I would offer a tone specifically for overcoming personal temptation. He didn't necessarily go into what specific temptation, but just asked if I would offer some sound frequencies for the overcoming of personal temptation. And so I want to honor that request and send forth some sound frequencies for the transcendence of whatever that temptation might be. But then all of us of this human experience know what it is like to experience personal temptations. I certainly, as a human being, know that myself. And we do have that something within us that can transcend all of the temptations that would draw us into something that it would not be healthy and wholesome for us. So I'm going to bring in the didgeridoo for this one, and this is in honor of that request to help that beloved transcend whatever the personal temptation is that was being spoken about. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. The resonance of the didgeridoo and gratitude to the tribal Aborigines of Australia for being the tribal vessel through whom the didgeridoo has come to our world. And so I am in gratitude for your co-creating with me, in gratitude for your co-remembering with me the glory of what it is to be a human being. The glory of knowing that each and every one of us are infinitely more than our mistakes, infinitely more than our temptations, infinitely more than our challenges or trials and tribulations. I'm so grateful and honored that in this now moment there are cellular resonances of consciousness. It's now remembering for us the glory of who we are, remembering for us that we are the microcosm of Creator Source. Every single one of us, an unduplicatable microcosmic expression of God, Goddess Almighty. And with so much honor and gratitude that we are co-remembering our inner divinity, co-remembering the love within our hearts, co-remembering that the love in our hearts is meant for every being in the whole of existence, and that when we are loving on all beings, we are loving on the rest of who we are. We are every being, and every being is us. So honored and grateful to be of that awareness. So honored and grateful to be in alignment with the tide of the ocean, flowing with the tide of the ocean, even as an individualized wave of being, but flowing with the tide of the ocean, and therefore harnessing the whole power of the ocean. For when we are obedient to the tide of the ocean, the entire power of the ocean is in back of us. So honored and grateful and ecstatic to see the glory of your being, the glory of every being, independent of all human discrepancies, independent of all human frailties, independent of all human treachery. It's so wonderful to know that we all have something within us that is never touched by the human negativity and the human treachery. That we have that something which is the I and the I am of the storms of life, that is pristine peace and calm and never touched by the disturbances in the course of our world. Thank you for co-remembering with me. Thank you for co-loving with me. Thank you for knowing along with me that by extension we are in alignment with all of the wisdom that is, was, or ever will be. What a wonderful experience to be a version of life. A version of life that is also the micro-container for all that the universe is. Brand new Tibetan bowl that's asking to be included before we close this transmission. So let me get it. Consciousness of this bowl said, I want to come in there, Astarius. I want a little piece of this action of the now moment. So let's just give honor to this bowl. On mountain heights of heaven's land, we now invoke the master plan. And because it's our divine birthright, we're giving back our cosmic sight. At dawn of life, we were so high, and with the angels we did fly. We now ascend to higher plane, and the ancient times now come again. 'Tis in the name of holy peace that all our blessings now increase. Our great abundance now comply with power of our single eye. We bless the darkness, make it right, reverse the tide, and free the light. God, Goddess, make our power ever pure, else let the power not endure. We love and lift our fellow man and woman and understand the master plan. For us, there's simply nothing new except that which we always knew. First I spin a speed of light, within, without, come now our sight. Almighty Spirit Elohim, make truth of this our cosmic dream. Oh yes, our eye is really single with light, our bodies do now tingle. Oh, our souls are so brand new, we now know all that we once knew. Bridge across the seas of time, yield passage to this soul of mine. Let us taste the ecstasy we knew before human misery. A mighty essence, then are we. We wrote the pages of eternity. Dancing on a sea of being, light and love, we're all decreeing. Calling to our fallen self, time to regain heaven's wealth. Cross the bridge of what's to be, where from your nightmare we are free. I hear the angels calling me, saying, wake up, God, Goddess, you're really free. Wipe the nightmare from your eyes, spread your wings and watch death die. Wipe the nightmare from your eyes, spread your wings and watch fear die. Bridge across the seas of time, shackles of our soul unbind. Awake now from illusions dread, we're safe at home in heaven's bed. Safe at home in heaven's bed. I love you so much.